We then sent a subpoena to Yahoo asking for any and all information regarding that account that was created.
The computer analysis also revealed Darlene met a local man online, Jeff Flynn, and the two had been dating. Flynn worked as a field hand on a farm about a 90-minute drive away. But when police got to his apartment, he too was.
Most recently, they were seen him on Thursday, but no one knew where he went. His friends down there were saying that was unusual for him. He was down for an extended period of time.
Unusual, indeed.
Dangerously unusual.
We're
Going back to making liquor.
This is where the rubber meets the road, or the wrist meets the hand.
Where the hoe meets the hoe.
A shiny new episode, Tuesday at 8 on Discovery. From these stars, don't underestimate their inability to look disasters.
All right, all right.
Actually was not insured. This is not good. I was able to find the right plan that had a prescription plan to go along with it.
My experience enrolling in healthcare.gov was seamless. You're able to compare one plan with the next to see what works best for you, and that's exactly what I did.
All plans covered pre-existing conditions, so I had a lot of options to choose from.
4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $21 or less per month for financial help. Healthcare.gov. Final deadline January 15th.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available at Charles Costa. Unstoppable's unlimited collection makes everything smell like a cake. Luxury makers and beats so you can smell unstoppable.
And what kind of milk?
Okay.
Oh, well, good morning. Yes, good morning. Where are those? What is going on? She's got rings and wings. You know she's doing well, she's got a drink in both hands. Got those kamikazes flowing.
Call doctor right away if you have these or even worse than depression or numerous other changes in your behavior, thoughts, or feelings. Trintellix is not for use in children. Do not take with MAOIs. Tell your doctor about all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Increased risk of bleeding may occur, especially if taken with aspirin and pain relievers or blood thinners. Manic episodes, eye problems, low sodium levels, and sexual problems can occur. Suddenly stopping Trintellix may cause serious side effects. Common side effects include nausea, constipation, and vomiting.
Oh, no, latte. There you go.
I'm going to talk to my doctor about Trintellix.
Ready when you are. Ask your doctor if Trintellix could be right for you.
After my accident, I couldn't quite do things like I used to. When my dad injured me, I love the support, and when I got into martial arts, we got in it together. A real fight deserves a real boost.
Chris had this idea to take Amy and myself to an escape room if we're near each other in role fight.
1,000-Pound Sisters, all new, Tuesday at 9 on CLC.
Eric Madison invites her in-laws for lunch.
The death of 3 people.
What killed them was death got mushroom.
Did she do it deliberately or did she not? The mushroom murders are streaming on the CNN app.
She's got rings and wings.
In the days following Darlene Vandergeesen's disappearance,
Got rings and wings.
casual boyfriend Jeff Flynn was nowhere to
Drunk as a skunk.
When they suspected that Darlene might have just taken off for a weekend with this gentleman, I insisted over and over this is black. Just didn't bring her personality.
Got rings and wings. Oh, God, oh, God.
inside the trunk of Jeff's car.
Oh, no.
Found what looked like dried blood.
Law enforcement in Santana really want out.
I thought it'd be easy to drink in a blackout or sleep in a blackout.
Forensic testing quickly proved the blood was not Darlene's. It was deer blood.
When they found out that the blood blood was dear blood. Huge relief. A huge relief. Because then the hope came back that possibly she was still alive somewhere.
Meanwhile, investigators were able to trace.
We don't have it. We actually have Buffalo Wild Wings.
Shortly before her disappearance.
When we did receive the emails that Darlene had received from Wendy's then.
Buffalo Wild Wings made them change their name. I think it used to be like something else. It used to be Wings and Rings used to be something else, but it was too close to Buffalo Wild Wings. So Rings and Wings had to change their name.
The occupant was a deaf woman named Daphne Wright.
Daphne said that she met Darlene several times at the deaf apartments, that she met her at the deaf club.
42-year-old Daphne Wright had no criminal record. During police questioning, Wright denied any involvement.
She's drinking with the nature boy.
I don't believe they have this story. I think you sent the email to her. We created an account with a different name and sent her the emails on those days. Telling her to stay away from the deaf apartment.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
Okay, when you created the name Wendy Smith,
Yes, I did that.
A background check revealed Daphne Wright had been involved in a public altercation.
Oh, we've seen this one.
Just 5 days before she disappeared. Darlene was having dinner
They are.
with Ford, who was Daphne Wright's former lover.
They had had a argument that the police had to be called to when she had to be escorted off the property.
Rings and Wings. She's out drinking. What's the army man doing?
With her lover.
But by all accounts, Darlene and Sally Ford were nothing more than casual friends.
In fact, Darlene was not a lesbian.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Told friends she had patched things up with Daphne Wright after this incident.
She said, oh, Mom, she says, we're friends now. We're all made up and we're comfortable with each other. It's all okay now.
But when Daphne Wright was questioned about Darlene's disappearance, the jealousy was still apparent.
We've had a lot of problems, Sally and I.
did you think Sally was cheating on you with Darlene?
Yes, I thought so, and sometimes she lied.
Who loved?
Yes.
Was Darlene the victim of a love triangle gone wrong? Daphne Wright's whereabouts on the night Darlene...
Lock the door. What's he locking the door for? Oh man. Oh man. Why is he locking the door?
Fresh Sheet Day could become Fresh Sheet Week. With Downy April Fresh, you can climb into more freshness. Night after night for up to 7 days. Downy breathes life into your laundry.
Touchdown! You probably know these TD moves. But guess what? There's another TD, tardive dyskinesia. It causes uncontrollable movements, finger tapping, mouth and tongue movements, ankle rolling.
No, girl.
Tardive dyskinesia is caused by certain prescription mental health medications. It's true. So talk to your doctor and visit theothertd.com to learn about TD and treatment options that can help.
During our recovery, the last thing I think about was getting back to playing. Blue Skate was beautiful to be back on the stage. The music is life. A real comeback deserves a real boost.
Sometimes my moderate to severe plaques rise as it gets in my way. But thanks to Sky Rizzy, I'm free to bare my skin. With Sky Rizzy, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many people were 100% plaque-free. Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. How about yourself?
Now's the time. Ask your Sky Rizzi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how happy can help you sing.
Woo! Hey, try Robitussin soft juice.
Packed with the power of Robitussin in every bite. Fast cough relief anywhere. Now with new improved flavor. Chew on relief, chew on a.
This is the new Weight Watchers. We've helped millions of members find what works for them. Now it's your turn. Watch your life open up. Watch your story shift. Watch what you're capable of. Watch it work.
Spectrum is connectivity.
She's drunk at rings and wings.
Built by internet company, because internet is what you use your phone for. And Spectrum One seamlessly combines 5G and fiber power internet at the fastest wireless speeds. That's one reason Spectrum is the fastest growing mobile provider. Spectrum One, it's only the seamless connection you love at home, everywhere you go. It's on the internet.
She's drunk at rings and wings again. All right, we're gonna unbox this dude. Here we go. I'm not bad. How about yourself? What's going on behind that door anyways? Why does it need to be locked?
Daphne Wright became the prime suspect in her disappearance.
This don't sound kosher.
A search warrant for Daphne's house, and what they found inside was troubling.
I remember the smell of paint and the smell of cleaning products, especially when we got down towards the basement.
They look in the kitchen garbage, and there's a half-full bottle of chainsaw oil, and they look a little further, and there's a receipt for Ace Hardware for a chainsaw purchased just a few days ago.
This was the time of year in South Dakota where chainsaws are not in huge demand.
But there was no
So what? What does that mean?
Daphne's house or anywhere on her property. Downstairs, the basement had been painted with blue paint.
There'd be a spot painted here and a spot painted there.
What's going on? What's going behind? What's he doing in there? Have you thought about what he's doing?
But not the whole floor. Parts of the steps.
Why is his door locked?
A few feet away was a small room that had once been used to store coal.
The floor was completely repainted in this blue paint that was still tacky and soft to the touch, indicating that it had been freshly painted.
Police also noticed 7 distinct symmetrical cuts in the concrete floor.
Several of us made a comment that they almost look like chainsaw marks.
So law enforcement began their investigation by going to the Ace Hardware stores in town.
Once there, investigators showed store clerks a photo lineup which included Daphne's picture.
One of the clerks was able to say, yes, I sold the chainsaw to a woman, and she was deaf. That matches the description of Daphne Wright to a T.
She came in with a note that said tree cutting machine. And he took her to the wrong section at first because he misunderstood, but then he took her to the chainsaw section. She was very worried about the price, and she picked out the cheapest chainsaw available at the store.
Once scientists got into Daphne Wright's basement, they had no difficulty finding even more incriminating evidence on the wooden walls. Cold storage room.
We were able to see on the walls some very small, tiny pieces.
Oh no.
Investigators
Oh, Sush. Is he back yet?
and compared those samples to the DNA they obtained from Darlene's tooth and hairbrushes.
That day, we were met by a couple of detectives and we were escorted upstairs, and when we opened the room, when they introduced you to the chaplain and the chief of police and all the detectives are in the room and ask you to sit down, you know the news you're going to receive is not good. And it wasn't.
Darlene's DNA matched the blood and tissue found
she felt that Darlene was coming in between her and Sally, and the only way that she could take care of it was to eliminate her from the picture.
But investigators still had a problem. They didn't have Darlene's body.
A jury likes a body, a jury likes a murder weapon, and you just never know. You get that one skeptical juror who doesn't see the body, and there's maybe enough doubt for someone to say not guilty in a case like that.
In their search, police first checked the dumpsters where Daphne and her neighbors disposed of their trash.
Let's go with this.
The dumpsters had already been dumped into the garbage truck and taken out to the city landfill.
Police went to the Sioux Falls landfill, a 478
Oh, wow.
that serviced 5 counties and almost
He's back.
1 million people.
There was probably some 200 to 300 tons of garbage that had been brought out during the 80s that was looking for Darlene.
It's below zero with the frigid wind chill, and all the police were volunteering out there searching. They had pitchforks and picks, and they were picking through the trash, 1 foot at a time.
For the 3 dozen searchers, the job was difficult and frustrating. It went on for days, with no guarantee the body was even in the landfill.
Chris had this idea to take Amy and myself to an escape room before near.
The hell's an escape room? What kind of voodoo are they doing? What, just text something?
You meet someone and then you start to experience these weird incidents. Is this a coincidence or something else going on? Curious case
Sam is taking the Tigers to test.
Oh, yes, I am.
Ooh, looks like the whole buffet.
So when's the army man shipping out?
Try Tide. It's boosted. Other stuff. Can't match Tide boosted.
This is a game changer.
Looks like you guys.
Try to keep it clean.
It's cleaner, whiter, brighter, fresher. If it's got to be clean.
He's shipping out. End of the. Oh man. Oh man. 20 more days. 2 weeks. 3 weeks. I bet. I bet. They'll be right on that Gaza Strip. Trump's coming. Trump's coming, boy.
Before baking, tell your doctor about liver or gallbladder problems, or if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to be. Serious side effects include liver injury, gallstones, gallbladder, pancreas inflammation. Stop taking and call your doctor about tiredness, nausea, vomiting, fever, rash, yellowing of your skin or eyes, stomach pain. Tell your doctor if taking Gemfibrozil, cyclosporin, clopidogrel, or statins. Side effects include diarrhea, itching, dizziness, constipation.
Restifra made a difference for me.
Ask your liver specialist for Restifra.
Great pair of lungs. Shame about your swollen gums. You need parodontax. Clinically proven to help reverse all signs of early gum disease. The gum experts.
Trump's coming. What are you talking about? Wasn't he over there? Wasn't he over there in Gaza talking about helping out Israel?
You have a vision for your business.
They're gonna have him right on that border. They'll have him right on that border. Right on the borderline.
Why choose a sleeper smart bed? I need help with this. Sleeper is bed. Thank you. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on bed spaces and more. Only at Sleep Number.
Oh man, there's more pipes burst.
Feels like an eternity. Privacy works fast.
M.O.1, FDA approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
Here's something.
That's a great quote.
You steal stuff? Yeah.
You nailed it.
Actors on actors. Last on the CIA.
She wanted to bring that little morsel of joy into your life. And every time I saw a photo, I saw a smile.
3 weeks after Darlene Vandergeesen went missing, her friends, family, and the deaf community gathered for a memorial service, even though investigators hadn't yet found her body.
We really had a challenge ahead of us to locate a body.
After 5 days of searching at the landfill, investigators got a break. They found the legs and lower torso of an adult female. They also found bloody pieces of carpet and a blood-stained sweatshirt.
It was a sweatshirt that had some graphics on it, or sign language. So we knew that there was a time she was definitely.
Testing proved it was Darlene's blood on the sweatshirt, but someone else's DNA was found inside the sweatshirt.
They took cuttings from the inside of the sweatshirt, hoping that one of them had transferred enough DNA or enough skin cells to live inside to get a full profile. And I was fortunate it did get a profile, and that matched Daphne Wright.
But being able to put Daphne right inside a sweatshirt that had Darlene's been reviewed, blood and tissue on the front of it, was extremely important.
The sweatshirt was a critical item in this case because it was one of the few pieces that tied both victim and suspect together.
25 miles away, across the border in Minnesota, a highway worker found Darlene's torso and her severed head encased in plastic. The medical examiner found Darlene suffered blunt force.
Oh man.
They had been tied, cinched around her throat with cord that was managed by one of our forensic people in here. A spool of cord hanging on the garage wall in the house that was occupied by Daphne Wright.
The medical examiner had 2 theories as to how Darlene was murdered.
Cause of death was either this blunt force trauma, the 7-inch skull fracture, or suffocation, and this bag being placed over her head, or a combination of the two.
Prosecutors say Daphne was convinced Darlene was trying to steal her.
Boys have done it again.
Wanted to prevent it. She asked Darlene to meet her at the pizza restaurant. But once there, she changed her mind and asked Darlene to come to the house instead. Once there, Daphne hit Darlene with a heavy object, pushed her down the stairs. Then
Saudi Prince ain't gonna like you saying that.
around her head with cord from her home. She later bought a chainsaw to dismember Darlene's body. She left behind the sales receipt, store witnesses, and plenty of forensic evidence. Daphne disposed of the body parts in nearby dumpsters and in a ditch 25 miles away. Later, she tried to hide the evidence with paint, but it wasn't nearly enough.
There was this virtual mountain of evidence of the defendant's guilt.
Those emails and what the emails showed us pointed us right to Daphne Wright.
Daphne's motivation was one that has been throughout the ages in a homicide. It's jealousy.
The tragedy is that Darlene had no romantic interest in Daphne's ex-girlfriend, Sally Ford.
Darlene was not interested in that. Darlene was not a lesbian person. Darlene and Sally did not have that kind of relationship.
Daphne Wright was charged with first-degree murder.
She's going to jail.
In South Dakota history to face a possible death sentence.
Oh man.
jury spared her life. Instead, she'll spend the rest of her life in
Falling down my fingernails.
possibility of parole.
One thing that just kept
What you need to be listening to is what that boy's doing behind locked doors over there.
to the death penalty. What does she get out of it? What does society get out of it? What do we get out of it? And really, we didn't see anything good that came from it. This is a completely senseless murder. It didn't have to happen. Darlene was never.
What the fuck are they doing over there?
Between Sally and Daphne.
It taught me a lesson not to assume anything when it comes to something. The person that was sitting across from the other room was probably capable of doing pretty much anything, even though the evidence may not show it in front.
This was about as textbook of a forensic case as you could think of. There was no smoking gun in this case. It was all the little bits of forensic.
Of the smoking chainsaw.
And it all led detectives in one direction, and that was toward Daphne Wright.
Up next, a music teacher is found dead. Is it an accident or murder?
There were forensic
I've seen this one too.
out of the house for days on end.
Luminol provides some answers.
It just lit up like a Christmas tree. It was phenomenal. She didn't have any enemies. That's why it was thought to be an intruder case.
But sometimes friends are more dangerous than enemies.
Yeah, you hear that, Stoneheart? Sometimes your friends are more dangerous than your enemies. Damn, we're dangerous times we're living. Let's open up Firecracker here. I've been running my mouth over nothing here. Let's get to the business here.
Played an integral part in the lives of Ken Fitzhugh and his wife Christine. They
All right, let's get the Firecracker. Oh, we opened him up yesterday. Wind charger.
Married a couple of years after that.
Yay, Firecracker. So that's what they call Stoneheart at Wings and Rings. Firecracker. That's her nickname there, Firecracker.
Ken was a real estate consultant. Life was going well.
This is a firecracker.
2000, when Ken got a call from Christine's school. Christine failed to show up for her 1 o'clock music class.
And this was very unusual, she was very punctual, she was very much a perfectionist.
Ken had no idea where she was. So he and 2 co-workers drove to the house of Christine.
Stoneheart's nickname's Firecracker.
When they arrived,
Oh, this is Thundercracker. He's a cracker. Either way, it's a cracker. Trust no cracker. You'll find somebody in a pool of blood, let me tell you. They don't have the... I really don't like studio series anymore. Yeah. She's a Thundercracker. All right.
her head hit a ship's bell that they stored in the basement.
Knocked her out.
He said that she was wearing some sort of dangerous black shoes that she had tripped on once before.
But to investigators, something about the placement of the shoes didn't seem right.
I noticed halfway up the staircase it was a right shoe. It was on the left side of the staircase as you're descending. We're going up the stairs. It's not going to fall in this position.
Better be.
During Christine's autopsy, the medical examiner found evidence inconsistent with a fall.
She had
Snippy snip snip.
multiple angles. What it told us was she had some type of
Snippy snip snip.
multiple blows.
At that point, we didn't know whether she got that many wounds falling downstairs.
And they found more than just head injuries.
She had also been manually strangled.
Oh, she got strangled a little bit.
That we had a homicide situation with assault against this woman.
Where's this other one? I thought I snipped those. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay, well, where the fuck is this other one? Oh, don't they? Isn't that clever?
My doctor recommended boost today.
There we go.
Working and thriving again. A real comeback deserves a real boost.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike flu, M.OTransformers gel is applied to the site of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the
I don't know what to think about him really.
so you can move more freely. M.OTransformers, clinically proven, long-lasting.
Definitely different than.
She's a credit wreck. She doesn't know that missing a monthly payment can stay on her credit report for up to 7 years.
I I don't know.
Warning the wreckers at creditrecords.com.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Oh, he does have light piping though. Oh, he does have light piping. Oh, he does. I do like light piping. They're gonna get me with that. Yeah, I don't know if this is. Allegedly, everyone's saying how much better this one's supposed to be. I don't really buy it.
Until you come back to that order, use the brief plug-in. It has a microchip that alternates between 2 cents to 5 odors and provides freshness after 60 days. Try the brief plug.
It's sleeker, but I don't know if it's any more accurate than. Yeah, they're putting out a lot of shit. They're really at the end, really, of these.
We love to get outside, but every year I was seeing a decline in our kids'
Yeah, I don't know if I like this
Over the
one.
years, we've tried a lot of different educational apps, but before IXL, nothing really stuck. We knew they used IXL in school, so we figured, let's try it at home. IXL is a learning program that covers all the core subjects. There's endless learning exercises, games, videos, and test prep. I like knowing that IXL is developed by parents and teaches level from everything. After a summer of using IXL, we saw their scores increase as much as an entire semester of a school year. Now with over a year on IXL, all of our kids are thriving. When I
Yeah, it's smaller.
the goal that they set for themselves, that's what makes me proud. IXL will have
Definitely, it's smaller. I'll go look see if I can find the original one. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of that one or not.
Friends had this idea to take Amy and myself to escape room if we're near each other in roll call.
Near his butt. Is that what they just said? Oh, 1,000-pound sisters. A whole lot of sisters. Ooh, yeah, I feel like I take one out. Yeah, I don't feel like hitting them out.
Spread quickly throughout the Palo Alto community. At first, Christine's death appeared to be an accident. But when the medical examiner found evidence consistent with a homicide, investigators took over the scene.
There were forensic teams going in and out.
Oh, is that him right there? Or is that Star?
We kept asking the police, how much longer is this going to go on?
Investigators believe that Christine was murdered sometime between 12
Oh,
p.m.
oh God.
and 1
Oh,
p.m.
come on.
We were able to get the receipt, so we knew that at 12:20-ish that she was alive and buying coffee at the local coffee house.
Christine's husband and
All right, just imagine.
called 911 at
I'm not digging through my totes to find the exact same color Thundercracker. We'll just use Starscream because Starscream is his mold mate. This is the same figure, but just in a different. This is the original one.
There have been 6 home burglaries in the Christian neighborhood.
There was a lot of talk that this might have been the result of some burglary gone bad.
Let me put his null rays on.
This is what happened.
All of the robberies had occurred in the daytime. And like Christine's case, there was no forced entry into any of the homes. Those robberies were still unsolved. But found no blood spatter.
Yeah, it's the same one. I have the same one like this. The same figure, the same character, but this is the different mold. I have one that's actually the same blue. It's his mold mate. He was painted into this. It's a different mold, but this one's going to represent the other one. I don't think you do. I hope so.
On the legacy of a kitchen chair, indicating Christine might have been attacked while eating her lunch.
Yeah, I don't like small. It's smaller. And this one, I mean, it's bigger, but it's not like bulky bigger. It's not like boxy bigger. It's just bigger. These are smaller. It's just smaller. Right around the. I mean, they give a smoother finish right here. Yeah, I don't know. It's smaller. It hits. These null rays don't hit the back of the wing at all. You can just cleanly move it. This one you can't cleanly move it. Try to fix that a bit. Yeah, no, yeah, you can't cleanly. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. No, you can't, because that one, oh no, because it's supposed to go in like that. So no, you can't clear that. Yeah, there's no clearing that. Yeah, no, I don't. They said these ones are supposed to be improvement. That's not an improvement at all. They keep that open. Where these ones, where are we? These ones stay open, but they close down and they become that. And it pops out and it looks much better. Yeah, no, I don't know what. Yeah, they're trying to convince everyone these ones are better. Fuck Hasbro. Fuck a Hasbro. Fuck a Hasbro. Where are these fucking things supposed to go? Up here? That is up here. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not sold on these ones. These ones are better, especially at $40 fucking or 44 or whatever they are now. Yeah, no, fuck you, Hasbro. You and your junk. That must go in. Does it? Where's that? Wait, no, maybe not. I don't know. Where are the instructions at, yo? Yeah, okay. It's the same color. There's another one exactly like this. They're all mold mates, like this. Like, look, see how many different colored ones there are of that mold? There's this mold in this color. It's the same exact thing as this. This is the newer one that they said that's so much more it's so much better. It's not. I'm using this one to compare what this one looks, the older one looks like. Where the fudge does this go? Here? I have no idea where this goes.
dyskinesia. It causes uncontrollable movements, constant blinking, finger tapping, mouth and tongue movements. Tardive dyskinesia.
All right, these go here somewhere.
Medications.
Oh, yes. I see where those go. Okay.
To learn about TD.
All right, I gotcha.
We're going back to making liquor the way we were taught.
Making liquor.
Where the rubber meets the road, where the wrist meets the handcuffs.
M.OTransformers, a shiny new episode. Tuesday at 8 on Discovery.
Yeah, no, Hasbro. They're coming to the end here.
That's a great clue. You steal stuff? Yeah.
How the fuck does this go in? All right. Let's start with this one first.
No one in Palo Alto, California could imagine who would want to hurt Christine Fitzhugh. She had
Oh, does it? No, it would not go up. Or does it? If it does, I'm going to punch somebody. It does.
Ken and Christine
There we
inherited
go.
a large sum of money from Ken's family.
It should go the other way.
By the time that the Fitzhughs moved to Palo Alto, they had about $2 million. But investigators learned a troubling fact about their finances. Because of failed business ventures and flagrant overspending, the Fitzhughs were virtually bankrupt.
They had a lot of financial problems. They were not going to be able to make their mortgage, and that was going to be public soon enough.
Christine's closest friend.
Is this how this goes on? Are you kidding me?
Bankruptcy was eating away at their marriage. Christine was thinking of leaving Ken and taking her half of the house.
But that looks so much better this way.
We'll sell the house, we'll take half, I'll take half. But there was something else that bothered investigators.
We went up the stairs, there was a large photo of the victim, her husband, Ken Fitzhugh, and their two children. And I comment to my supervisor, one of the children don't look like the other, or the parent.
See, that should go like that, but why doesn't it?
And later, during Ken Fitzhugh's
That
police
means
interrogation, investigators noticed Ken referred to his son in an odd way.
how does this even? But this way it goes right in perfectly.
Further investigation.
Yeah, these,
Shortly after Ken and Christine were married in 1966, Ken became
yeah, because it's supposed to be, and it is supposed to be pointy like that too.
Both worked at San Diego Aerospace contractor back in the
Yeah, that works perfectly. Yeah, I don't really care for this one.
Hanging out together all the time.
As a result, Bob Brown's relationship with Christine soon went beyond friendship.
He's having an affair with Christine as Bob.
Inappropriately.
Christine was starved for affection. All right, so
She was starved for his wiener.
When Christine got pregnant,
She was starved for that wiener.
sources told police that Ken was not the boy's biological father. It was
Big Johnny.
Robert maintained a friendship. Matter of fact, he was actually Justin's godfather.
to confirm Justin's paternity. Investigators tracked down Robert Brown.
They ended up finding Robert Brown. It was just the father of the oldest son. We get DNA testing done. We confirm that the father of the oldest boy.
But as Justin got older and was about to go out on his own, Christine decided it was time to tell him the truth.
Justin was about to graduate from Yale. Christine wanted to invite his biological father to the graduation. And it was going to be sort of at the graduation that she was going to reveal to everybody that this other man was his father, not Mr. Fitzhugh.
Ken claimed he was unaware Justin was not his biological child.
Well, I of course asked him, and he claims that he had no idea about it. And the friends all seem to think he didn't know. Certainly the son didn't know.
I believe Ken knew about the affair, and I believe Ken knew who Justin's biological father was. There was no way that Christine would have gone and told Justin that Robert Brown was his father and think that Ken wouldn't have known. She
told him that I'm going to tell him.
In the meantime, police didn't tell Ken Fitzhugh that autopsy findings indicated Christine's death was a homicide. Ken
Homicide.
questioned her death would be ruled an accident. During questioning, Ken had difficulty playing the role of bereaved husband.
I must have told her 6 times. You know, in the black shoes, and she bought some red ones. And she got dressed and she'd say, "How are you?" And I'd say, "Well, fine, except I wouldn't wear those damn black shoes. You're gonna fall."
Uh-oh. Watch out.
He was doing a bad job of acting because he was over.
Look. Look at him. He's out of control. Struck in with grief.
I think he had that whole day.
But this was just opinion, not proof of murder. More important for investigators, Ken never put any mark in his life. Unless police could find forensic evidence tied Ken Fitzhugh to the crime scene, a jury probably wouldn't believe it either.
My plan at healthcare.gov is excellent. I can get annual screenings, checkups, and more.
I was able to look at multiple options that best suited my needs, not only for coverage, but for my budget.
As a mom of 2 boys, having health insurance is extremely important, and I found my family plan at healthcare.gov. I am beyond thankful.
4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $21 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov. Final deadline January 15th. Febreze. When you host, your bathroom should feel like a revolving door. Keep things fresh with Febreze bathroom. It's an outlet-free air freshener that fights odors for 45 days. So even after every flush, you know your bathroom smells amazing. We got this.
I don't got this. Hiding depression is exhausting. It's more than just sadness. My doctor told me it's multiple symptoms. Depression can mean you don't enjoy the things you used to love. You can't focus, feel guilty when you shouldn't. You don't have energy to do anything. It's time for a different approach. My doctor told me about Trintellix, a prescription medicine for adults with depression. It's been proven to treat the overall symptoms of depression.
Trintellix increases the risk of suicidal thoughts and actions in people 24 and younger. Call a doctor right away if you have these or newer worsening depression, or newer sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings. Trintellix is not for use in children. Do not take with M.OTransformers. Tell your doctor about all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Increased risk of bleeding may occur, especially if taken with aspirin, NSAID pain relievers, or blood thinners. Manic episodes, eye problems, low sodium levels, and sexual problems can occur. Suddenly stopping Trintellix may cause serious side effects. Common side effects include nausea, constipation, and vomiting.
I'm going to talk to my doctor again about Trintellix.
Ready when you are. Ask your doctor if Trintellix could be right for you.
No one has ever loved me like my dad. For as long as I can remember, he's been my best friend and biggest fan. He always kept me safe.
She did so good.
He taught me to stand on my own 2 feet. He was behind me every step of the way. He gave me the world. So I want to make his a little safer. With a safe step walk in a tub, I can show him that. With the low step in, he can easily get in, sit back, and have a relaxing bath, giving us both peace of mind. Because he means the world to me.
1-800-831-0940.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, M.OTransformers gel is applied to the site of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation so you can move more freely. M.OTransformers, clinically proven, long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
Ken Fitzhugh denied any involvement in his wife's murder. Police found no evidence of his involvement inside the house, but when they got a search warrant for Ken's SUV, that was another story.
We found bloody shoes and a bloody shirt under the driver's seat of the Suburban.
There was also a paper towel Christine's DNA. Ken said there was a simple explanation.
He tells me that his blood came from a gardening accident. He said Christine and him were in the backyard the previous week, and she had hit her hand with a gardening tool.
Christine's body was still in the morgue. Investigators asked pathologists to check her hands.
There was no wounds on her hands.
And even though there was no blood on the soles of Ken's shoes, this luminol pattern made it clear he'd stepped in Christine's blood in the kitchen before it had been cleaned.
The shoe print patterns that are shown in the luminol were in fact consistent with the pattern of the bottom of the shoes that were found in Mr. Fitzhugh's vehicle.
The blood stains found on Ken's shirt
Hello.
and shoes were medium velocity blood
How's it
stains.
going?
This definitely didn't support Ken's story.
The stains are all consistent with being near the source of blood at the time that the beating took place.
Even more damning
Good to hear.
was the fact that the blood on the sides and tips of Ken's shoes had been diluted, consistent with standing nearby as blood was being cleaned with water.
Dilute blood is often easy to recognize because when it dries, the edge of the stain will be darker than the center of the stain.
And where was Ken between
Yeah, it's not bad.
p.m. to 1:40
I like the original one better.
of his wife's murder?
Mr. Fitzhugh says that he had left the house at around 11:30-ish and had driven up to Belmont, an area about 40 minutes north of where he lived, to examine a vacant lot.
No one saw Ken at this lot, and Ken's cell phone record showed he wasn't in that area when the school called to tell him his wife was missing.
So kind of destroyed his alibi of where he was located. He was actually in the Palo Alto area when he received the phone call.
Prosecutors believe Ken's motive was secrecy. He didn't want the divorce or anyone to know he wasn't the biological father of his oldest son, and he didn't want anyone to know they were virtually bankrupt.
It was almost like a clock exploded, and all the little springs and levers and wheels of the clock that had been so tightly wound up in that clock just exploded all over the landscape.
2 weeks after Christine's murder, Ken was arrested. Prosecutors said the evidence showed Ken planned his wife's death. The evidence suggests he parked a short distance away from his house and found his wife in the kitchen where she was having lunch. He attacked her in the kitchen. Blood landed on his shirt, his shoes, the kitchen chair, the floor, and the walls. The autopsy also revealed he strangled her. Ken wanted to make Christine's death look like an accident. To stage the scene, he dragged her body down to the basement, leaving blood all over the steps. As he attempted to clean the blood, water splashed on his bloody shoes, diluting the stains, which proved he was there during the cleanup. Then he took Christine's shoes and placed them on the steps to support the fake story that she tripped. Ken put his bloody shirt, shoes, and towel in his SUV. He never imagined police would search his vehicle, since Christine's death would be ruled an accident. He picked up 2 co-workers to support his alibi, but he was much later than he expected, since the cleanup took more time than he anticipated. His cell phone record showed he was still in Palo Alto when Christine's school called to say she missed her afternoon class. Everyone agreed Ken did an extraordinary job cleaning the scene, but he couldn't clean everything. Luminol revealed the extent of the cleanup, and the autopsy results left no doubt.
He thought I'd make it look like an accident. Nobody's gonna believe I committed a crime.
1 year after the murder, Ken Fitzhugh was convicted of second-degree murder.
I don't believe it. He's an innocent man.
Ken still maintains his innocence, but the forensic evidence left no doubt.
I still like this mold better.
You get the luminol and you see that there's this, cleanup
going on behind closed doors. You never really know what people's lives are like. They have a face, they present a face well, but you scratch below the surface, and sometimes you find these ugly things that are going on.
They let him go.
Is gunned down outside her church. I've seen brazen murders in my career, but I've never seen one this brazen. The investigation revealed some long-held secrets.
Dirty secrets. What's that? Speaking of secrets, what's up? What's the army man doing in his bedroom with the door locked?
The evidence points in another. His head
What's going on in there, anyways?
What the hell else is going to go on here?
It was a cold October night in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Poughkeepsie.
Jeff Bassett, a local policeman, had the night off and was home.
How do we know? The door's locked. How do we know what he's doing? Door shot. How do we know? Oh, God, my knee. Oh, all right,
Around 7:30 p.m., Jeff Bassett told his boys he was going down to police headquarters.
He's going out of police headquarters, boy. Coming for you.
3 miles west of his house.
Sometime around 8:30, choir practice ended at the Pleasant Valley United Methodist Church, and Susan Bassett walked to her car to drive home. Then, shots rang out.
Told you. Oh, dear Lord.
Several phone calls to his police department, the state police.
You're going to jail. That's what's going on. How do we know what he's doing in his bedroom?
Not sure what to do, Jeff turned off all the lights.
Good. Good. Oh, good.
Dark in silence for what seemed like a very, very long time.
They don't know what he's going to do now. If a man has killed his wife, his children may be next. And then he may kill himself.
2 tense hours.
He's got nothing else to live for.
And his 2 sons came out of the house.
They are led outside with their hands behind their head, handcuffed, and tossed on the ground, face down like common criminals.
And I'm waiting to find out what happened to my mother, who all I know is she's been shot. And now all of a sudden, we're all, seemingly under arrest.
Eventually, even Jason Bassett had to consider the unthinkable.
I remember sitting there thinking, could this be real? Am I going to have to face a reality where my father had done this?
My real passion is finding dead men walking. Narrative is important, so you might as well control it.
As Madison invites her in-laws for lunch.
The death of 3 people.
What killed them was death cat mushroom.
Did she do it deliberately or did she not? The mushroom murders constantly on the scene of that.
I thought it was just a fatty liver, but it's actually MASH. It's serious. It's scarring my liver and
Is he going out for joyrides this weekend? Is he joyriding?
Before taking, tell your doctor about liver or gallbladder problems, or if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to be. Serious side effects include liver injury, gallstones, gallbladder, pancreas inflammation. Stop taking and call your doctor about tiredness, nausea, vomiting, fever, rash, yellowing of your skin or eyes, stomach pain. Tell your doctor if taking your tired pills.
They doing a joyride this weekend?
Side effects include diarrhea, itching, dizziness, constipation.
Restifra made a difference for me.
Ask your liver specialist for Restifra.
How's that flu?
I got this. I don't got this.
You need Dayquil Intense Flu.
Power through your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. You do got this. Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching fever. Power through your flu medicine.
After my accident, I couldn't quite figure
They out joyriding today? Getting in trouble?
when I got into martial arts, we got in it together.
Driving around?
A real fight deserves a real boost.
Boom! You probably know these TD moves. Touchdown! But guess what? There's another TD, tardive dyskinesia. It causes uncontrollable movements, ankle rolling, hand and arm twitching, constant blinking. Tardive dyskinesia is caused by certain prescription mental health medications. It's true. So talk to your doctor and visit theothertd.com to learn about TD and treatment options that can help.
I am just a neutral.
That's Jeff Baker's next level talent.
This is beautiful. I thought an adult made that.
I don't even think I could do it. Only making championship. That's Jeff on DNA. Tom Food Network.
They're out driving around? Oh man, that's dangerous.
It's our 100th ugly house. And if these walls could talk, do you cry a lot?
I do.
Ugliest house in America. All new Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
Susan Bassett's murder looked like a professional hit. The killer was apparently lying in wait. And had planned a quick getaway from the scene.
I've seen brazen murders in my career.
What are they out there doing?
It just seemed to vanish.
All of Susan's personal effects were found on the car, indicating that it was not a robbery.
Susan's husband, Jeff, a 24-year veteran of the Poughkeepsie Police Department,
Was a drug.
any involvement in Susan's murder, although he didn't have an alibi.
We could not confirm where Jeff was when it happened.
And Jeff's car was similar to the vehicle seen speeding from the crime scene.
If you look at his record, and his record is blemish-free. I mean, he had absolutely nothing in his record that would indicate that he would turn violent at all.
He's a dirty cop.
Who was responsible?
He even said to me, put me under hot lights, beat me with rubber hoses. I don't care what you do to me, but when you're all done with me, go see Fred Andrews. He is behind this.
Fred Andrews was the superintendent for the town of Poughkeepsie, a man with a terrible reputation.
Right out of the gate, people had told us what a scumbag he was.
Fred Andros was a self-centered, mean, nasty prick.
Fred Andros and Susan Bassett bumped into each other apparently one day in the hallway in the town building. They started a relationship.
Just 1 month earlier, Jeff Bassett learned his wife Susan was having an affair with Fred Andros.
Was banging Big Freddy.
For the last 3 years.
Jeff put some sort of tape recording device on his telephone, unbeknownst to her. In fact, she did.
They're going out tonight. What time is it?
Phone calls to Fred Andrews.
When Jeff Bassett confessed
Yeah, oh yeah, they're going
the
out.
affair,
They'll be out tonight.
Things were really up in the air. And then one day, they just came to us and said that they were going to work on things, they were going to fix things.
police wondered
Oh yeah, I want my coffee.
Fred Andros might have been angry that Susan ended their affair. But Fred Andros had an airtight alibi for the night of Susan's murder. Andros and his wife had friends over to dinner that night.
Fred Andros was despondent and upset. He wanted to know, I think he asked things like who would do such a thing, and he cared about her.
At the autopsy, the medical examiner recovered 5 bullets from Susan's body.
You're looking for a llama or a Ruger manufactured 45 caliber weapons. We determined that Andros didn't have a registered 45 handgun, nor did he have a vehicle that fit the description of the vehicle that was leaving the scene.
The victim's husband, Jeff Fassett, didn't own a 45 caliber weapon either. But the medical examiner discovered one additional clue. Susan had intercourse within 48 hours.
That slut. They're going out tonight, let me tell you. The Saturday Night Horror Show.
Against Jeff Bassett's DNA, and it's not a match.
Police asked Fred Andros if he'd had sexual relations with Susan Fassett before her murder.
They're probably getting a hold of alcohol.
He had told us that he hadn't seen her in a month, had never been intimate.
Andros explained why he was unable to have sexual relations.
Fred had said to us that he was unable to perform sexually due to the medication he was taking.
I bet they're going to Rings and Wings. Closing the place down tonight.
When asked to provide a DNA sample, Andros refused.
They really have no legal reason to order a DNA sample from Fred Andros. You have to have some evidence, yeah, and they have none.
To try to obtain a court order, you go to a judge and say,
He'll be drinking and drugging. Look at this mother trucker.
It starts to detract from your real normal suspicion. If Susan Fassett didn't have sex with her husband or Fred Andros, then she was having an affair with someone else.
Big Johnny.
Brings up a whole new pool of suspects.
She's sleeping around with the whole town.
Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Some cleaning sprays can be ineffective. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser. Simply add water to effortlessly cut through 100% of soap, scum, and grime. And use Mr. Clean Extra Durable throughout your home. In the kitchen for burnt-on food.
She's sleeping around with the whole town.
It even erases 3 times more permanent marker per swipe. Switch to Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Brand power helping you buy better.
Welcome to BFFs with Fred and Puka. Brought to you by Experian. Who would you say is your BFF? You're one of my BFFs for sure. Pook, sorry, buddy. I already got a BFF. Experian, my big financial friend. And they can help you lower your monthly bills, save you time and money, cancel unwanted subscriptions. Do you do any of that? No, I don't. Experian does it. They can do it for you, Puka. You're like my little BFF. I don't think I'm that little, but I'll take the little BFF. Okay. Wait, get the F from your big financial friend? Experian.
Patients who have sensitive teeth but also want whiter teeth, they have to make a choice, one versus the other. Sensodyne Clinical White provides 2 shades whiter teeth as well as sensitivity protection.
Where's Big Johnny?
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts your skin. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now,
Where's Big Johnny?
a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some feel significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieve dramatic skin relief.
These forensic files.
Clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clear skin and less itch, even at 4 years.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, non-fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
During my recovery, the only thing I could think about was getting back to playing. Boosting you back on the stage. Music is life. A real comeback deserves a real boost.
Spectrum is connectivity everywhere. Built by internet company, this internet is what you use your phone for. And Spectrum One seamlessly combines 5G and fiber power internet with the fastest wireless speeds. Just one reason Spectrum is the fastest growing mobile provider. Spectrum One. It's only the seamless connection you love at home. Anywhere you go, it's only everything.
Here comes a train. He knows what's up.
And safety forward Equinox. Or the long range tech pack and hands-free capable Equinox EV. Whether you fill up or plug in, you'll get a do-it-all SUV at an incredible value. It's Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
We're bringing a prick.
So who was it? Her former lover, Fred Andros, denied it was him, although he refused to provide a DNA sample.
We knew it wasn't Jeff, and we're thinking it had to be Fred. Who else would it be? Because we could absolutely find nobody else that was involved with Susan that would have had sex with her a couple of days before the murder.
So Detective Art Boyko called Andros and set a trap.
I told him I'd bring him off some lunch. He said, sure, that's great. I brought him a hamburger, french fries, and a drink. And right after we got in the car and started talking, I said, here's your lunch, Fred.
But Andros said he wasn't hungry and didn't touch anything.
The sun was coming in through the car. He had a flannel jacket on. I cranked up the heat, hoping to kind of sweat it out of him.
The car got hotter and hotter, but Andros still wouldn't touch anything.
So I cranked up the heat more, and so we went ahead, took a drink, and once he took a sip out of that straw, I knew I had what I wanted.
Essentially, Fred is handing over his DNA.
Tests confirmed that Fred Andros' DNA matched the DNA taken during Susan Fassett's autopsy.
Within 48 hours of her death, he had had sexual relations with her. He had told us that he hadn't seen her in a month.
That's a big lie. It was like a bomb going off. That was something that Fred deliberately did, and we wanted to know the good reason why.
When faced with the forensic evidence, Andros had no choice but to admit he lied. But he claimed he did it to protect the killer.
During the course of that interview, after a time, Fred Andros had offered up the name Dawn Silvernail as a possibility of the one who committed this murder.
50-year-old Dawn Silvernail was a state employee with no criminal record and was married with one grown son.
She's a housewife. She's got a college education. She works with the disabled. She's got a great reputation. She's never, ever been in trouble.
That don't mean anything.
Andros told police he was having an affair with Dawn Silvernail. At the same time, he was having an affair with Susan Fassett. In fact, he said the three of them had 5 or 6 sexual encounters together.
I told him I'd never done anything like that before. And I went to the house and she was there and he introduced me to her. And we talked for a few minutes and then we went upstairs and we engaged in a threesome with the three of us there that lasted maybe half an hour.
Fred Andros suspected that Dawn Silvernail and Susan Fassett started seeing one another alone and perhaps had a lover's quarrel. Dawn denied it.
I never had any contact with Susan Fassett unless Fred called me and set it up and we met with Fred in Fred's presence. I never had any
Damn, that's disgusting.
any type of Susan ever.
Dawn also denied having anything to do with Susan's murder, saying she had no motive to harm her.
She was so calm, so cool, so cooperative that we had to think, geez, maybe not. Maybe she's not involved in this thing.
A background check showed Dawn owned a .45 caliber handgun, like the one used in Susan's murder.
She also had a vehicle registered to her that fit the general description of the vehicle seen leaving the scene.
A ballistic test reveals Susan's gun did not match the striations in the bullets used in Susan's murder. It looked as if the gun had been tampered with.
That was incapable of being compared to any projectiles that we had found at the scene.
If Fred or Dawn Silvernail were involved in Susan Fassett's murder, police still had no evidence to prove it.
I am just an angel.
Next Gen Bakers, next level talent.
This is beautiful. I thought an adult made that. I don't even think I could do it.
All new Baking Championship Next Gen, Monday at 8 on Food Network.
Wanna hear something great? That's a great quote. You steal stuff? Yeah.
Actors on Actors. Now streaming on the CNN app.
When you don't use Bounce, dryer heat can be a real monster. It turns clothes into static magnets for your hair. Use Bounce to stop it. If you want static-resistant clothes,
After my fall, when I was recovering, my doctor recommended Boost. Today, I'm back out on the ranch, working and riding again.
He's going out.
A real comeback.
He's in that. He hopped in that car right now. He's out the door.
Hi, Susan. Honey, I respect that, but that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
the only brand with True Source certified honey.
Mind if I root through your trash?
The powerful cough relief you need.
Don't know who can clean this? Thumbtack knows. Hire the right pro for every project. Your mental health is better, but having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with
Ingrezza. Number 1 prescribed Ingrezza reduced TD movements by greater than 10 times, with most seeing a response as early as 2 weeks. And you can keep taking those mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts.
I'm going fucking crazy.
Call your doctor if you feel depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions and sudden, potentially fatal swelling in eyes, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating the car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with movement or balance may occur.
taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra.
We'll get a total value of over $11,500 on the Sierra 1500 model when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 20% below MSRP.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? I need help with her snoring. Sleep Number does that. Thank you. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Only at Sleep Number.
The army man snuck out the door. He's got a curfew. The army man's got a curfew.
Open airways quickly. Get the number 1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Tiny Team Mist. Breathe easy again.
He really didn't play this one well, did he? Positive, I'd be like, look, I'm going to the army. I'm going to go whenever I feel like it.
Dawn Silvernail admitted she had sexual threesomes with Susan Fassett and Fred Andros, but denied any involvement in Susan's murder. Dawn's .45 caliber weapon didn't match the bullets used in Susan's murder, but her neighbors told police some interesting views. They said that Dawn and her husband would often fire their guns in the back of their property, using the trees for target practice. Investigators immediately converged on the area, looking for bullets.
We had to go back in time to find a bullet that had passed through that barrel.
See what they...
They recovered dozens.
He's out the door. He ran away.
I was able to make a match to the homicide projectiles from Susan Fassett for positive identification that indeed Dawn Silvernail's .45 Ruger was involved in this case.
Dawn Silvernail.
They'll be in the army next week.
She kind of hung her head and said 3 times that I shot that poor woman.
I rolled down the window. And when she reached up to fasten her seatbelt, I pulled the gun up and I fired her.
says Andros loaned her more than $15,000 over the 20 years they'd known one another. Instead of paying him back, Andros asked her to murder Susan to erase the debt. Andros basically said she had no choice.
He threatened my entire family and told me that if I wouldn't take care of this problem, Susan, for him, that something would happen to somebody that I loved.
To find out if Dawn Silvernail's version was true, investigators used a new tool called WebTAS.
WebTAS stands for the Web-Enabled Temporal Analysis System, and it's a system developed specifically for the military and Department of Defense to assist with information analysis against their different databases.
What?
WebTAS collates information from cell phones, pagers, emails, and EasyPass trips. Investigators compared all this data from the three main people in this case: Susan Bassett, Dawn Silvernail, and Fred Andros.
The majority of those communications were from Fred to Dawn. And what that indicated to us was the fact that Fred was not only planning some activity, but also preparing a conspiracy.
The evidence corroborated Dawn's story.
The records reveal that within 15 or 20 minutes of the time that she killed Susan, she stopped at a payphone and paged Mr. Andros to signal him that it had been done. If you accept what Fred Andros says, that this is Dawn Silvernail with her own motive and her own motivation, his story doesn't make sense.
Oh, man. What are they doing? Oh, oh.
That she would do that for is a person who was involved and knew.
At Fred Andros' direction, Dawn went to the United Methodist Church on the night of choir practice. She parked next to Susan's car and waited. When Susan got into her car to go home, Dawn fired 5 shots and sped away. Dawn told investigators she left the murder weapon and phony license plates in a pre-arranged spot. Computer forensics revealed that Dawn used a payphone to leave a message on Fred's pager 20 minutes after the murder to signal the assignment was done. Later, Fred collected the evidence, altered the gun's ballistics, and returned the gun to Dawn. No one knows why Susan Bassett met with Fred Andros shortly before her murder. But for Fred Andros, his behavior was particularly appalling.
He looked at her eyes, knowing that she was going to be dead within 48 hours. And that speaks to the character of Fred Andros.
When police went to arrest Fred Andros, he was waiting for them.
Investigators walking up the stairs and pow! Here's a gunshot.
But Fred survived the self-inflicted gunshot in his face.
I think that it's fitting that he wasn't able to do it, that he only deformed himself and in turn was arrested and was forced to go to trial.
Fred Andros was tried and convicted of second-degree murder and first-class conspiracy. He was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. He died of a heart attack after serving only a few years of his sentence.
It's entirely appropriate that he died in prison and is burning in hell.
Dawn Silvernail was tried and convicted of second-degree murder.
Gullible, naive, she falls for it, believes it. And in the end, she's a murderer. She's a convicted murderer. Scary person. People look at me like I'm a monster. Maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I am. But I'm a monster who's filled with remorse. And I feel for the people I hurt when I didn't allow this man to manipulate me into doing what I did.
Everybody had a part in this, and every lead was just tenaciously followed. Every item of evidence was collected and tested, and it's just nice when the puzzle fits together in the end.
Up next, is it a murder, suicide, or fraud?
Some red flags were going on.
All right, we gonna.
Investigators followed the money.
They're out there drinking and drugging.
$5 million policy, but ultimately we found later there was a lot of items that weren't matching up at all.
But in the end,
They're gonna be out there drinking and drugging all night.
Diesel truck pulling is an obscure sport in the United States, but it enjoys a loyal and growing fan base.
It actually involves pulling way more weight than these trucks are designed to pull. And so you have to be a really good mechanic to be into it.
For 39-year-old building contractor Ari Squire, repairing diesel trucks for these competitions was more than a hobby.
So you admit he's drugging. Not drinking, but he's drugging.
Ari built a 2,300 square foot garage on his property in the Chicago suburbs.
Ari was a bit of a gearhead, so he had his truck that he was apparently always working at.
It wasn't considered a dangerous hobby until one February morning in 2008 when Ari's wife called 911.
911, I got a share. I think my garage is on fire. I just heard some noise and I'll open the door and it's all black smoke. And there's smoke coming from your garage. Should I go outside or what do I do? You know, we're safe, okay?
When the smoke cleared,
I don't know. They'll be getting that army. They'll be in those opiate fields.
It appeared the truck had slipped off.
They'll be in those opiate fields of Afghanistan.
he suffered severe burns over most of his body.
They'll be chasing the dragon. Chasing the dragon after he gets into the army.
Ari was underneath working on the fuel filter. Fuel spilled from the filter onto Ari's clothes. The truck broke a fluorescent lamp and a spark ignited the fuel.
This was likely an accidental death. We've certainly seen deaths of people working under their vehicles that have slid off the jacks, fallen on them, and crushed them to death.
Although the body was unrecognizable, Ari's driver's license was recovered from his back pocket.
We rarely actually compare these things to a driver's license. People lie on their driver's license, and so sometimes that information is incorrect.
The medical examiner wanted to make a positive identification using scientific methods. This proved to be harder than anyone expected.
Based on the extent of the burns on the face and the hands and the arms, we couldn't do fingerprints, we couldn't do facial recognition. So our only choice was DNA and dental.
Well, as it turns out, Ari Squire hadn't been to the dentist in almost a decade.
At the fire scene, investigators saw something suspicious on the garage circuit panel.
Checking all the circuits on those, I noticed that they were all in the off position.
If the circuit breakers were off, there would have been no electricity to power the light, which theoretically had started the fire.
I inquired whether the fire department had indeed, turned those off. They said no, they didn't touch the circuit box at all.
Ari had been working on a diesel truck fuel filter, but
All right, I gotta end this here. I gotta get on with my day. Oh, I don't know.
It was consistent with like a gasoline type, which would have been more of a lighter petroleum product.
when investigators looked into Ari's personal life, friends said there was no love lost in the Squire's childless 14-year marriage.
They did not sleep in the same bed. When I did get to the house, I did see that it was obviously both beds that we slept in.
You too.
That was coming out very clearly.
Even more suspicious, Ari had 5
We will.